All right, so the root of trust is the first one, and this is where the long-lived private key is kept. This is the base identity of the user or of the app or even perhaps of a device. Say it's an IoT device. A real world analogy, it's like the deed to your house and it's stored in a safe deposit box. So you don't carry it around, but it's the ultimate proof that you own the place. So your keys in Web3 application, you load and derive use keys. So you take that long-lived key and you produce a short-lived key from it used for just one task. If it's paying somebody, if it's writing data to chain, etc. This protects your master key from exposure. The third concept is the transaction build itself. So you're preparing the action that you're about to take. This includes your inputs, your outputs, any data that that action might need. So it's like when you write a check, you fill in who gets paid, how much, and from which account before you sign it. So the fourth concept is signing. So you're authorizing that action. So you're going to prove that this action is allowed by using the private key. Nothing goes anywhere until something signs. So a real world analogy, of course, it's like signing that check at the bottom. It is not real until your signature makes it so. Next, we have the broadcast. This is when we send it to the network. So you're sending that signed action to the blockchain so it can be accepted and recorded permanently. The next is called the callback, and this would be a confirmation response. You hear back from the network when the action is accepted, or perhaps it fails. So UTXO tracking is also a very important concept in Web3 development. You are managing your coins. You're keeping track of your spendable outputs. So each output can only be used once. When you spend it, it's consumed entirely. If there is a leftover value, you get a new output back as change. And if you spend the exact amount, it's simply gone. That's all part of managing your UTXOs, also called coins. The last concept is called read and verify. This is public proof. So anyone can check that action on the chain, and your application will want to have a means for doing that. It's really what's cool about a public blockchain. So a real world analogy would be like a transaction published in a public newspaper that can never be edited. So anyone can look it up and everyone sees the same thing.